Welcome back to Moodle 101. In this screencast we are going to be talking about the administration panel, which is over here. As you can see, there are a number of buttons that you can click on, but for the purposes of this screencast we're going to focus on three of them: settings, assigning roles, and backup. So first thing I'm going to show you is about the settings. We'll just run down the list. This is the full name of your course and the short name of your course. You can enter whatever you see fit into those boxes. Third, course ID number. We're going to try to use the same course ID numbers that are in the course catalog for the students. And then you have this box right here, which is a summary. And this is what you could type in for your students to see kind of an overview of what your course is about. I'm going to enter one in for this particular Moodle class. Okay, so there is the summary that I typed for this particular Moodle class. As you can see, there's a ton of buttons up here that allow you to edit the text and add other things to this and make it like a web page, but we'll get into those specifics during a later screencast. Let's continue on down the line. This is the format of the class. There's a lot of different formats that you can choose from. I recommend, and the most popular format is the topics format. It gives you the most flexibility. There's also the weekly format, which can put some dates associated with the topics, but I recommend the topics format. Number of weeks or topics, this is up to you. You can do up to 52 topics. I set it at 20, only because it's more than I need, but it allows me to have some flexibility. Course start date, that's pretty self-explanatory. Hidden sections. I choose to have hidden sections completely invisible, but you can show hidden sections in a collapsed form so students can see the title of past topics and upcoming topics. Number of news items to show. You don't really need to worry about this yet. Showing grade books to students, if you want students to see their grades and you're entering grades into Moodle. Showing activity reports. Moodle is powerful in that it allows both you and the students to see how much time they have spent actually doing things in Moodle and what they have done. Maximum upload size, just keep it at 50 megabytes. Themes, you can play around with the different themes. It's just the color and the layout. I would avoid this one, orange, white PDA, because it puts it in really big font so that you can see it on an iPhone or a Droid phone. Don't worry about the meta course. Enrollments. You don't really need to worry about enrollments. The administrators will take care of enrolling your students at this time. This might change in the future. Don't need to worry about enrollment expiry notification. Groups. This allows you to group your students within your classes, but I will have an entire screencast devoted to groups. The only other thing that is important for you to be able to check and uncheck is this box right here that says guest access. So the question you need to ask yourself is, do I want to allow guests, meaning parents, other teachers, anyone else, to see my course? That doesn't mean they can participate in the quizzes and the activities that you've set up, but they can see your entire course if you select allow guests without the key. Now you can be a little bit more selective and allow guests in to see your class that you provide a password for, and that's what they say key, they mean a password. You provide a password for your class and anyone with that password can have access to your class. I personally don't care who sees my class, so I allow guests in without the key, but there's also this selection here which means only students that you've enrolled in your class can see your class, and that is do not allow guests in, but I allow anybody to see my class. The rest of these you don't really need to worry about, and that's your introduction to the settings. Let's talk about assigning roles. And basically when you say assigning roles, you mean registering students for your class. Really what we're talking about is adding students. So if you click on the Students tab, we have uploaded all the students at the school, but you can search for them. I'm going to search for my sample teacher account, and there I am right there. And if you want to add this particular student or teacher to your class, you're going to add them, and you're going to click this button here that says Assign Roles in the Course. And there's the sample teacher, who is now a student in this course. You can do the same for non-editing teachers, and you can enroll people as guests. But really the one that you're going to have to worry about is if you have a new student that comes into your class late and you don't want to bother sending an email to any of the Moodle administrators, you can just enroll them yourself by searching for them and adding them to your class. The last thing I'm going to talk to you about is this button, which is backup. You need to back up your course. There's not really anything in this course right now, so there isn't a lot to back up. You can select the individual materials that you want to back up. So you're just going to continue, and it's going to say, do you really want to back up all of this stuff? Click continue, and there's my backup. Okay? You can download this backup by clicking on it and saving it somewhere on your desktop. So that would be something I would suggest you do, especially as you create your class, because you never know what might happen. So that is the basics of the administration tab. The next screencast will begin to teach you how to edit your course.